This is the worst filament I've ever used, and it has nothing to do with the print quality. I haven't done one of these in a while, but welcome back to another Filament. This is the series where I talk about different types of filaments for a few minutes each and give you my thoughts. Originally, I started this series with PLA and PETG and different infusions of PLA and PETG, anything that I could print on my Mark IVs. But now I have a Core One, it's an enclosed printer, and I get to try out the trickier filaments. The first filament most of us turn to after getting an enclosure, A.B.S. I have a lot of feelings about A.B.S. after trying it out, and the pros list is short, the cons list is growing by the minute. But let's start with the good things. As long as it's printed in an enclosure, it has minimal warping, really good UV resistance, and is miles better than PLA in things like impact resistance. This is where the pros list ends, and I get to tell you about how much I absolutely hate A.B.S. I was originally super excited about printing with A.B.S. because you can smooth the surface with acetone. That's the selling point for me. It'll give your parts a clean and glossy look with minimal layer lines. And while that's pretty much true, this is where I say, I'm not an engineer, I'm not a professional, I'm just a guy who likes to make stuff and is learning the same way most hobbyists do, trial and error. Why do I bring this up? Well, I bring this up because I'm not used to dealing with materials that are dangerous, like A.B.S. and acetone. Every time I step into my shop, whether I'm printing A.B.S. or vapor smoothing, I've got a respirator, gloves, eye protection. And those steps are pretty annoying, and they only happen when you're using something like an A.B.S. or an ASA. What's equally annoying as those extra steps is the acetone. I've used acetone before, never at home, and it's kind of the worst. My cutting mat got all messed up because there's lines on it, and the lines got wiped away anytime acetone got on it. While I was testing out smoothing methods, things got a little messier than I would have liked, and that's where my frustration comes from. I was doing things maybe you're not supposed to do, like dunking parts in the acetone, and that's where little drips and drops happen. But let's talk about vapor smoothing. It's stupid. Well, maybe I'm stupid, but still, I'd rather blame A.B.S. than myself. I thought it'd be simple, I thought it'd be super easy, I thought it would give perfect results, and I was wrong. First mistake is I tried a black A.B.S. from Coex 3D. It prints great, and this particular A.B.S. is fire retardant. And that means it's safer for electrical boxes or DIY project housings with electronics in it. But apparently it's also super resistant to acetone. I left it in a vapor chamber overnight, and all that happened was it got super mushy, but nothing got smooth. You can still see all the layer lines. After that, I switched to this gray A.B.S. from Hatchbox, and it's not fire resistant. There are no real additives other than color, so it should smooth normally. And it does, but it's just not how I thought. This is a me problem because I made a vapor chamber out of a plastic box and some paper towel with acetone, and it worked, just not as much as I thought it would. It would take a little more fine tuning, and the part still needs post-processing because layer lines don't disappear, they just kind of lessen as it gets glossy. It also took a little bit longer. I think I put parts in there for like an hour or an hour and a half, and I might just be able to get away with printing lower layer heights and getting a part that I'm okay with. But to test things out more, I dunked the parts in IPA and acetone, a mixture of the two, to get better results, but there are still layer lines. And finally, when I said, who cares, I dunked the part in pure acetone. It got smooth, but it got a little too smooth and soft and deformed, and you can't really touch it for a while. All right, moral of the story. I failed at vapor smoothing. It works. It can work great. It's just not for me. Please let me know in the comments if you know a better way to deal with kind of the fume situation or your PPE, but in my ignorance, I thought vapor smoothing would be so easy, it would eliminate post-processing, but it doesn't. I'll try again to find a system that works for me, but in the meantime, I'm going to use A.B.S. for things that just need a tougher alternative to PLA, and if I want, things that are easy to print, but not for much else. Because the second acetone gets involved, everything gets annoying, especially for somebody like me who cares a lot more about function than form, and I like to move fast, and I'm a little bit clumsy. I don't want to spill acetone. I don't want to ruin my health, but that's it for now. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for putting up with my rants, and I'll catch you next time.